Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. I'm also going to show you the reverse side of these cards in case that helps you with your selection. In our selection we have group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the agate slice with the little family of crystals on top, and this will be your reading. So usually when this little guy gets chosen, or these little guys, it is about family dynamics, relationships, social circles, relationships of all kinds, involving multiple people, as we see lots of little eyes looking around. And yeah, like when I first looked at it, I felt like all eyes were on one person in particular here, and so that may resonate, but I'm not so sure that's for everyone anyway though. It definitely is about family dynamics and things though, and the agate slice is a beautiful crystal that supports us when we're transitioning out of maybe a negative energy and transmuting that and feeling more positively. So group 1, some of the energy in your reading I can see is Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Libra. The main energies. Cancer is here as well. And then the fixed signs, so Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio and Leo are here as well. So let's jump into the past energy as always. I'm going to do a little pendulum for you, so you might like to think of your question for the end. And let's jump into the past energy. We're starting with the 9 of Swords. We have the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is an interesting combination. We've come from the 9 of Swords, which is all about anxiety, sleepless nights, being stuck in your mind. This person is in anguish by the looks of it. This can also represent messages coming through your dreams, nightmares, sleepless nights, insomnia, just overloaded with stress. 9 of Swords is the highest level stress card in the deck, really. So there's something has happened that causes stress, either in yourself, your partner, your family member, your friend. You will know who's who in this reading. I'll let you take it how it resonates, but there is some level of stress here, and maybe it's around the future, maybe it's around moving, around what's going to happen, around personal fears, around conversations, around the family dynamics, relationship dynamics. It can be so many different things here, and in the past energy we've just sort of like, it feels a little bit like waiting to see how things go, because the 3 of Wands is looking to the horizon, and then with the 8 of Wands it's like that can be a lot of messages back and forwards, exchanging information, but also movement forwards. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, so it's like something really I was going to say heartbreaking. So for some of you it may have been heartbreaking, may have happened in the past, but it hasn't stopped you from looking forward to a beautiful future. That's the message here in the past. So it's like trying to turn something really negative or dark or, you know, not so great with that 9 of Swords into what do I want to say, resplendent future, a pleasant future. Really looking at moving forward. There's lots of communication around what's happened here, I think, with the 8 of Wands being there. It is about messages back and forwards and lots of communication, but it's also about, you know, the direction of where you're headed, maybe with your family, or you could also have to do with workspace as well. 10 of Pentacles can be multiple things, from the bigger purchases we make in our lives, signing financial documents and contracts, but it's also about that legacy we leave behind, the image we build, or not just the image of course, but the actual foundational roots that are built over time, that build a family, that build something long lasting, something sustainable and strong, a very strong structure. So it's like there's been stress around that, around like what it is you're building with your family, or where things are going, or maybe something's impacted that in some way, but you're still nevertheless moving forward to a very bright horizon. I see with the sun on the horizon here, it does look like things are, and even in your reading here, like while it's not out of the woods yet, there's still some tenderness here. There's a lot of improvement and beauty in this reading, and the underlying energy of your read is the Ten of Cups, which is about happiness, emotional fulfillment, being connected, and lots of love, lots of shared love. I see the Hermit, the Nine of Wands underneath that, and I wonder if there's like been some barriers, or someone's withdrawn a little bit, or there's someone's a little guarded around love or around sharing love. And it could also have to do with like raising our babies and with other people, like the influence they have on our children, who are our friends, who are the groups around us that support us and nourish us, and maybe those that don't. Those things, maybe you may be questioning those things at the moment. So in the current energy, looking to the path ahead, we do start with the Eight of Swords. So in the current energy, there is a bit of stuckness. And this is around limited thinking. And interestingly, because it sits actually below the Use Your Mind Wisely Pig Spirit card, which I will get to in a little while. But it is that card of exactly that, using your mind wisely. And the Eight of Swords is a card that maybe isn't doing that, because they're feeling very limited. They may feel like whatever's happened in the past could happen again, or for some reason there's a lot of fear and self-doubt, and maybe even harsh self-criticism, feeling trapped when they're actually not. Everything's actually fine. That's the amazing thing about this particular card. The Nine of Swords can be quite warranted, and not to say that this isn't, not to devalidate how someone may be feeling or devalue, but it is something that it can be healed. It's something that's actually not as bad as they're thinking when we see the Eight of Swords. And then the next card after the Eight of Swords is the Five of Cups. Again, there is this massive amount of sadness. The Three Cups are spilt out, but there are Two Cups still standing behind this person. So while there's still some sort of emotional and mental processing going on with recent events and things that have happened, conversations, things that people have said, there's still a bit of holding on to things. But the next card out with that Two of Cups upright as well is the Star. So there's definitely a healing vibe coming through this week to help alleviate some of these feelings. I think talking about things with friends, trusted loved ones, will be very, very helpful. That I just keep feeling like that we need to really focus on the Two Cups that are still standing. You've even got, in what will help with your challenge this week, you've actually got the Two of Cups. So you can trust this relationship or this friendship, or that something is really special here for you. You can trust that. And that is something that will be very healing for you, because that's what will help with the challenge, is companionship, sharing with one another, giving and receiving love, being a team, working together, respecting and loving each other. The Star is here because there is maybe a renewal of hope that comes through the middle of the week, over the next 2 days or so from when you watch this reading. There's like a sense of renewal and hope. I'm feeling like hope coming back. So it's like maybe things were looking great, something happened, we lost a little bit of hope, and it's like we get that back again. I do really feel that. And then the next card was quite the compliment to see the Ace of Pentacles with all this nurturing abundance. So I also feel like I'm feeling like nurturing your belly for some reason. So maybe you're eating things that are really nice for you, you're stepping more into self-care, or doing things that help you just feel good. Cups of herbal teas, bone broths, whatever it is you do. I feel like it's about nourishing the belly, but it can also be nourishing the mind, nourishing the body through exercise, or whatever it is that's good for you. But this is also a card of financial windfall or new beginnings as well. So it's like maybe turning your back on this, whatever has happened in the past, and really looking forward to the future. And we see more of that in these cards in the week ahead, with Temperance being the next card. So two beautiful major arcanas here of healing, patience, peace and balance. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is a redirection. So it does look like you're embracing a new beginning. You're surrendering to the things that you can't control. You're doing what you can to make yourself feel better and nourish yourself. You're taking advantage of new opportunities and new beginnings that are around you. And you're looking forward to the future and leaving the past behind, whatever that may be. The Two of Wands can also be making plans for travel. She holds the globe in her hand. But mostly this card is about being at a crossroads and making a decision to take a new path, or to try a new thing, or to do something differently, because the old way is not working. Maybe it's very draining. There's something there that's like, just, it's not for you, or Yeah, there's an energy of really like patiently and peacefully moving forward with surrender, but also nourishing yourself after maybe coming out of a time that feels a little heavy. So in the area of challenge, it is what it is. We've seen it here already, but it comes out again because it is a segment. But we have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords. It's almost like something that should feel lighthearted and free feels heavy. It feels really dense. And that's the challenge right now. Maybe there's been a very brutal ending that feels extremely painful. Maybe there's a lot of anguish and pain in a situation, disappointment, regret, grief. But in what will help with the challenge, see, I'm not sure here, let me just check this one, because like it fell out in such a way. Hang on, that wasn't very, woo, there we go. Oh, it's gone sideways again. Yeah, the reverse. I thought it was reversed. What will help with the challenge was the World in reverse, the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, I gotta hold these all together, I feel. The Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So while there is this sense of anguish and what should feel free, it does not. Or it could also be like things that people have said, holding on to things that were said. With the Page of Wands can also be about communication and messages and things like that. Then it could also be like comparing yourself to other people. Things like that can definitely be in there. Other people's relationships or status or sense of freedom that they may have, whatever it is. What will help with this challenge is, I think it's about working together with, well, I can see and know, it's about working together with someone you love, with a companion, a friend, a guide, a teacher, a sister, a mentor, a brother, whatever it is. With the World reversed, and I do feel it came out that way, and as you saw, I chuffed it up to see how it would land. And to me, that's about reviewing an old cycle and not sweeping things under the rug. That's what I feel like this is about. It's like, talk to this person or this group of people, clear the air, like do what you need to do to work together and understand what each other needs. Having your needs met, having their needs met, speak up on these things. I feel like the World is like it can be many different things when it's in reverse, but for you, I really feel like it's about like not trying to just rush out of a cycle or close things out and start again, but really actually thoroughly healing through the steps before you move forward, and doing what it takes to maybe bring this world back up right again. Like maybe your world's been actually tipped upside down in some regard, but it's like, to close out that cycle, it really needs support and it needs love and care. So what you don't see coming, you have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, very powerful energy coming forward here. Then we also have the Empress and the Three of Swords. So first of all, with these two, it is definitely strong communication. What you don't see coming is somebody is going to come forward and speak their truth. Maybe they're going to assert a boundary. Maybe they're taking their power back in some regard. Maybe they've got a plan for the future. They want to share it with you. Maybe they've got advice for you. This could also be legal support for someone as well. But for the most part, the way this Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords comes in, this is a very clear, direct and honest person who's very, very perceptive. And maybe they're coming forward to speak about a betrayal. Maybe they're coming forward to speak about something that's heartbreaking, a topic that's not fair. Or with the Empress here, it could have to do with motherhood or children. With the pregnancy here, there could have been a betrayal in a relationship of the past, friend or other. It doesn't, yeah, like take it how it resonates, but there's definitely big talks going on around a situation here. You may not see that coming, but someone's coming forward with very clear and direct information. They know what they want to say. They know the impact they want their words to have. They're speaking from their truth. I don't feel a malice energy in it, although you take how it resonates. Everyone's situation will be different. I don't feel like there is malice there. I feel like it's more about clearing the air around something that may have happened, something to do with it, and potentially a mother, or it could also have to do with abundance in some sense, because the Empress is also about like abundance, and it's about our earthly experience, and also like I think about it like as a sensory experience and a sensuality as well. So yeah, some things around that. In the area of outcome, I do really like this. We have the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Chariot. So this is about following your heart. Really, really it is. So we have here a beautiful King of Cups energy. Maybe that's you, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's someone you know. This is somebody who's very grounded in their emotions. I do feel like it's a nice energy as I connect to it. And the outcome shows that whether this is you or another person, it shows that this situation, the emotions do stabilize. You can have open and honest communication with someone, a heart to heart, where they're going to be very mature and respecting of you, or maybe this is your energy for someone else. But it does bring healing. It doesn't clear away all of the uncertainty. It doesn't take away all of the fear, but it does bring you to a place where you can confidently follow your heart or your intuition or your gut and know that you are maybe taking a risk or making a choice that is not you can trust a sense that it's going to be okay, is what I'm feeling for this. Chariot is about movement with confidence. It's about using the past experiences to navigate the path ahead. So even though things may be hazy and still a little tender, it shows that in this future outcome energy that you may not see all the answers and get it all and understand everything, but you will be able to move forward feeling like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm safe, and I'm making good choices. More confident in yourself, and I think there's more emotional support here to come, but you need to ask for it and lean into it as well. What will help with your challenge is really like to open up, to be vulnerable, to work together, to be understanding, and to give respect and love, receive respect and love. So I've got some oracle cards, and this is a brand new deck. It is the Deadly Apothecary Oracle, very, very cool. And you have death cap mushroom. Maybe mushroom medicine is something you like to work with, whether that be magical or not. There's many different healing things from mushrooms, but death cap, step into your power, is the message. And we have the poison and the antidote, so I'll read both for you. Death cap has been taught to be quiet from an early age, shutting down powerful emotions again and again to make life easier for those around them. Death cap was often silenced. They learned to be meek and not cause too much trouble, realizing their strong and sensitive feelings were an inconvenience and would not be tolerated. To please others, death cap became obedient and passive, trying very hard not to make any waves. They have repressed their strong feelings for so long they are starting to feel numb and powerless. And the antidote is death cap has forgotten that they are a powerful being. Temporarily dulled by living in human form, they believed too much in what others said about them and have been overly dutiful and timid, which has clouded their light. Death cap needs to step into their power. Interestingly, you actually have from Self-Care Oracle, Own Your Power. So I'll hold them together now. To step into their power and realize that their sensitivity is their strength. Their strong feelings are now safe to express, which will lead to powerful changes for themselves and the world. It is time for death cap to realize their strength and start by expressing their needs and wishes in relationships. I love that. You have also from the Journey of Love, we have She is the Moon, and I'll also read that for you, just the little oracle at the end part. It says, your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or happening quickly and you are unsure if you're really ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Don't worry, don't try to force the insight, just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself. Just as the moon grows full, revealing even in the midst of deepest night. It really does bring that soothing comfort to the rest of the reading that we've had here, and it reiterates that outcome energy of like, you may not see it all, you may want more clarity, but everything is actually okay. You have here from Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. It was sitting above the Eight of Swords. Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When Pig Spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit what you already know. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now it's time to take your decision-making powers. They are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. And there is a protection message. If you feel that you need that, we'll stay tuned. Otherwise, skip ahead a little bit. Protection messages: are you ruminating, turning thoughts around and around in your head, but not getting nearer to a decision or a solution? Pig Spirit is here to protect you from analysis paralysis. Let your mind rest now and allow your intelligence to mingle with the mysteries of intuitive guidance, releasing your tight hold on facts and unsolved puzzles, whether it's be a relationship or other aspects of your life. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else altogether and release your grip on needing to know. When your thought processes are muddied by fear and anxiety, allow Pig Spirit to lead you back to the right use of your natural intelligence. Take a break, relax, and release that ball of worry. Soon the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging for information, and more questioning. When seeking to learn more, enjoy the process of using your thinking prowess. All the elements of your intelligence are reliably guiding you now once you've given your mind a rest. I love that. Really, yeah, I think the protection message might be really good for many in this reading today. So in the self-care before our pendulum, we had own your power. Fix the external by changing the internal. Love your work. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is truly making you happy. And I feel like as well as I hold this, it's like just to go, especially if you're somebody who actually really does love your work, like maybe that's a nice distraction for you to enjoy something wonderful in your life while other things slowly start to settle and clarity comes. And then we have clarify your decisions, cut through the confusion, use your intuition to guide you. Another strong message that you can trust your intuition, but not when you're in fear and things are cloudy. So again, coming back to something else or letting go entirely and just trusting. But yeah, many different types of advice to take at different stages of your day and week. But let's have a look at the pendulum for my group ones. I feel like I haven't even done group 2 yet, but I feel like there may be connection. So can I see what a yes is going to be? Oh, it feels very still. Spirit, please guide my pendulum. Divine others, you show me a yes. Very subtle. Okay, thank you. And a no, very good. And the answer for group 1's question, please. It does seem to be a no. Yeah. It appears to be a no. Hopefully that was supportive. Always using discernment with such a tool. But that is what I have for you, group 1, in this reading. I hope that it's resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book it in the description box. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 1. Hey, group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this little clear quartz cluster, then this will be for you. Interestingly, last week, this group got a clear quartz cluster that was actually like more spiky, like it was bigger, and then it's literally like a baby version of that. So I found that really interesting. Those that are new to the channel today, it's my young son that chooses the crystals, and so sometimes he gives a little message. Today he didn't. I feel like it kind of spoke for itself. But yeah, it's interesting to know that they are like chosen very carefully, and then the reading is then built from those. And when I first saw his selection, I thought, you know, it's almost like this, whatever's happened in the past with that other crystal, the message, like maybe then it was a little bit more exaggerated or more extreme, and like this is a bit more constricted. So maybe it's like whatever was happening has like the effects have lessened, or like things are not so dramatic, or or maybe you've like maybe gone inside yourself a little bit, or yeah, I don't know. It definitely seems like something, a carry on from last week. And usually when people follow the channel, they're watching the same pile every week, or multiple piles at times as well. But yeah, and I usually feel I resonate more with one particular pile than the others. But yeah, the group 2 crystal, and then the message of clear quartz, it is an amplifier, which is interesting. So it's like maybe just getting a bit more clarity around things in a way that's not so overwhelming or something. I don't know. Anyway, group 2, let's jump into your read. Let's look at some of the signs here. We've got Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer here, and Leo as well. So yeah, those are the main energies. Don't worry too much if it's you or someone you're dealing with or not. It could also be the archetypes of. So starting with the past energy, we have the World, the 3 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. So maybe on your mind lately there's like been a lot to do with the way you invest in your relationships. That could be something that's on your mind a fair bit here. And with the World card, it indicates that there's been a new cycle that has begun for you with regards to friendships, or a cycle that's closed out with friendships. And so maybe you're looking at like how much time you invest in other people versus how much you invest in yourself. Or with the 7 of Pentacles, it is a matter of an energy of investment, and sometimes it feels like we're not getting all that we're putting into something in relationships or life in general. But yeah, that's definitely been something on the mind for you lately. There's been some celebrations here as well, maybe some really loving, beautiful friendships around you, but maybe other friendships you might be like just questioning and wondering. And yeah, it definitely feels like there's maybe a bit of a reevaluation going on for you. There's something about this energy here as well. Maybe it's like you're needing more friendships in your life. Like maybe it's that, take it how it resonates. But I kind of feel like this person, there's something about the disappointment here. That's what I feel. They put so much into something, and they're just wondering why is it not happening for them, or why. Maybe there's a few questions, but. And a little disheartened, a little disappointed, like there's still so far to go to get the results you want, or it can also be like some really nice friendships around you right now too, though. Like it's not all one thing, and some people might resonate with all of that or just parts, but friendships do look like they're on the mind at the moment, or just like dynamics. It doesn't have to be friendships, it can just like also be like, dynamics of groups of people. Group 1 had the crystals with the little family as well, which is, always when we see that, it's usually about family and relationships and groups of people. So maybe you're drawn to group 1, which is interesting because at the end of group 1 I felt like saying that I feel a connection to group 2, and now I'm seeing your cards. I can see that's quite possible, so maybe there's messages in both for you. And I do feel like really tired when I started this group as well, so maybe some people watching do need a little bit of rest and just recovery or recuperation, regeneration. Yeah, I just felt really tired, really, like even my eyes, they want to go to sleep. So I remember for a while last year there was a group that I kept wanting to go to sleep, and then everyone was commenting that they were watching it really late and they were falling asleep during the readings, and yeah, it was interesting. Anyway, kind of getting that similar tiredness. Yeah. So current energy moving into the week ahead for my group 2s, we have the Queen of Wands. It's a very empowered energy. I'm really noticing the cat on her shoulders. It tells me like there's support behind you, like you've got, and it's a special kind of support too. Like I feel really giddy and happy and nice when I connect to this. So maybe it's actually your cat, maybe it's your friend or best friend, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's a teacher, who knows who it is, but there's a feeling that you've got something behind watching your back, looking after you. Someone's got your back is what I'm feeling. Spirit's got your back, you've got your own back is the biggest one that came out with this as well, but I just do actually feel that extra support is there for you. Ace of Cups, whoa, Ace of Cups is next. So it's like a time where you're really choosing to put yourself first a little bit right now. You're choosing like, I'm hearing actualize my purpose. So someone might be really feeling very driven to, step into their power and become who they're supposed to be in this life, or do things for yourself so that you feel so much better, and then you can feel empowered. This week is a good time to really give back to yourself and fill your cup. Give with love. You might be at odds with someone right now, or feeling at odds with someone. Someone might be a little bit withdrawn from you, or maybe you've withdrawn from them. I do get that feeling, but right now it's like very much about filling your own cup, not worrying about too much else. Let the chips fall where they may. Good friends will stick around. Good relationships will be there for you. Just like, there's a real highlight on taking care of yourself and stepping back into your power. Also practicing the art of ritual and spiritual practices that call to you, that help you feel empowered and strong, and in a nice place within yourself. Really feeling confident about who you are, feeling confident about the way you show up in the world, in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. We have the Temperance card next, another beautiful soft energy of balance and healing. So this is a week for you to really get things right, I'm hearing, or like correct something if there's been a little tension or something that's pulled you back or down. You're moving forward this week feeling much more balanced. We have Justice here as well. We've got a lot of major arcana in the week ahead. We have the Justice and the Chariot here now. So this maybe is also a time to speak your truth with people, to make choices that are like, there's a balancing of the scales. If something's not working, if you're feeling like you're spending too much in one area, or people are needing too much from you, and whatever it is, you're correcting it. You're speaking your truth. Throat chakra is massive in this reading. Massive. We've got the Throat Chakra Oracle. You've also got Canary Spirit of Sing Your Own Song, and then underlying energy is the Ace of Swords. So there's a lot here about your throat chakra, speaking and receiving the truth, and moving forward quite confidently when finding that truth and creating balance with confidence. It's your experiences from the past that shape where you are and the decisions you're making right now. So it's very much reflective of things that have happened, old patterns. All these things are going to be in your mind. Now, the last card of the week ahead is the Eight of Swords in reverse. So that's fantastic to see. It shows that a situation where you have been feeling powerless and stuck, it's like, no. I'm not having that. I'm not letting this take my power or dull my light. I'm going to keep living my best life. I'm going to create my dream life. I'm looking after myself. I'm taking all the actions that are needed. I'm going to the gym. I'm eating well. I'm sleeping. The song Vitamins comes to mind when I say that now, by Queen Herbie. What is it? Working out, sleeping in, taking vitamins. It's a real pump-up song. It's nice. And I feel like that's probably a bit of this energy here for some of you, like really feeling like just getting yourself back a little bit, which is nice. And really like disabling whatever this thing was that's short-circuited you, or there's definitely like you're taking control back over a situation that maybe it was all in your head as well. That's the thing with the Eight of Swords, it's often all in our head. Like, we're not actually stuck, we just think we are, but it's like no, you're clearing those thoughts, thinking about things differently, and maybe communicating differently as well, with the Justice being here. So in the area of challenge, you have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. And so that's a bit of overwhelm, of uncertainty, and the Seven of Cups can feel very much like a pressure to drive things forward, to have the answers, to see clearer, but it's just not the case right now. Things are very slow moving. You're needing to be methodical with your self-care or with your action plan, the thing you're doing, whatever it is you're executing, the ideas you have. It's like, it's not something you can rush. Seven of Pentacles also indicates that, like a bit of a lull, or feeling like things are going to take so long, or you've invested so much, why aren't I there yet? That sort of feeling, and then that's the area of challenges. Things are slower and not so clear, but method is needed. The Knight of Pentacles in the challenge, the Eight of Pentacles in what supports you in your challenge. So Eight of Pentacles is about not being distracted by deadlines and outcomes and external factors and other people and what others need and want. It's more about just being hyper-focused on one thing, taking good care of yourself, doing what's needed from you today, right now, in front of you, ticking off to-do lists, basically crafting your dream life, crafting your wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups here. Focus on how your wishes are being fulfilled, because they are. I noticed as I was saying that, I saw 11:11 there on the time of recording. You won't see that, but it's, you know, I mention it for you because I see it, and that's a gateway to me. And like the little things you do, the small little details, actually reminds me of the Oracle card, because I always pull one Oracle card for each group and then get into it at the table individually. But the Oracle card for group 3 was like something about devotion to the small or something. So I feel like that's kind of the message. So maybe group 2 now feel drawn to listen to group 3 as well, but only if you see that stand out for you when you go back to the picking screen. But yeah, this is like devotion to the small energy of really just taking good care of the little things, and they trust that is going to amount to your wish fulfillment. You've got the 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. These are slow investment energies, but it's saying keep going, don't give up, basically, because your wishes are at hand. What you don't see coming, this is interesting. So you have the 2 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and Strength. I found this funny, like one person's saluting here and the other person's like, I'll have ya, you know, like, so there may be a bit of confusion around a relationship where maybe you think somebody is at odds with you, or there's that feeling where maybe someone's not taking you or a situation very seriously, or they're maybe just, I don't know, they're not seeing it how you're seeing it. I think that's an issue here. And with Strength there, I feel like it's a matter of like getting out of your head and the stories you're telling around a situation. It's going to be really helpful. I'm feeling called to say kinesiology a few times, and I'm going to say it now in this particular read. Whether that's a practitioner in your area or you can book with me via distance, I really feel like kinesiology be a supportive thing for you to help come out of those stories and into a grounded clarity. But with the 2 of Swords, it is that message of exactly that. Get out of the mind and follow what you feel inside. Be very strong within yourself to not overreact or respond in a way that reiterates the stories that are not supportive, and try and soften into more of a light-hearted, playful space, because you're needing a bit of that. And in what you don't see coming, there may be a moment where you're faced with that, exactly. And the extra card I got on top of the Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups, which is a romantic energy. For some of you, there's like a sweet romantic energy coming in. It's almost like, it's like a similar image. A little example may not resonate 100%, but maybe you can relate. But you know, when like a partner, if you're in a relationship and your partner's done something to really annoy you or bother you, and then they just come in acting like it's all cool and nothing ever happened, and it's not because they're diminishing what happened or devaluing, it's because they literally don't see it how you do, and they are in a good place, you know. And so that's just an example. Like, so maybe something like that comes up for you, where someone isn't taking the situation as seriously as you feel it is. But working together, you're going to work together. I really feel like whatever that is, it can be cleared up quickly, and it's about working together with people. So everyone's needs are met and people are understood and the air is clearer, you know, things like that. In the area of outcome, we have got a bit of holding on to the tension. Again, where kinesiology can be really, really supportive. It's such a non-invasive modality that helps us clear out those core wounds rather than dealing with the surface symptoms that we think are the issue. It's usually something a little deeper, and our body knows the answers to that information, even if consciously we don't. So kinesiology is a magical modality for this. We have the 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 10 of Wands. This is the energy of holding on to heartache and being maybe quite defensive and strong. The clouds all over her dress make me feel like even though she's the Queen of Swords, she may be clouded by her pain, clouded by what she holds on to, and wanting respect. I'm getting with the crown here. It's like almost like commanding respect, because there's a feeling of not being respected, or you know, boundaries might be really strongly drawn here, or a conversation that comes from a place of pain could be here in the outcome. But it may also bring the clarity you need, that conversation. A little more in the outcome, perhaps. I don't know. Let's confirm this Queen of Swords. So, can I get another card? I see as well, though, in the 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, there's like, even though there's heartache and knives through this, She holds her heart with a peaceful, serene face. Maybe it looks a little sad. I don't know. It depends on how you capture the image. When I look on the screen, it actually looks sad, but when I look on the table, it kind of looks like trying to find peace amongst that. So I do think you're actually being very, very strong in a situation that could, you know, otherwise really, really drown a person. I feel like you're doing your very best to find peace and look after yourself in a challenge. Page of Cups is forgiveness and softness, compassion. Ace of Swords again, it's about delivering your truth. It's about speaking from the heart. You're going to have to speak up. There's too much throat chakra energy in this read. You're going to have a pendulum question at the end if you want to think about that. But let's go into the oracles now. You've got, this is a new deck. It is the Apothecary, Deadly Apothecary. So highlighting any poisons that can be our healer and guide. We've got Cuckoo Pint, Sovereign Boundaries. I'm going to read for you. There's the poison and the antidote. So the poison of this card is Cuckoo Point has no boundaries in personal relationships. In romantic relationships, they want so much to make their partners happy that they lose themselves in the union and often get burned. They have an access all hours vibe about them and tend to attract the takers. In friendships, Cuckoo Point offers to help even though they are exhausted and are giving from an empty cup. They automatically say yes without thinking things through and always regret it when the time comes to honour that yes. The antidote is Cuckoo Point is allowed to say no. Access to their precious energy should be treated like a golden ticket. They can practice setting some sovereign boundaries with others and learn not to overcommit their precious time. The next time they are asked for a favour, they can pause and reflect on whether it will be good for them or not and answer accordingly. The restorative nature of Cuckoo Pint asks you to fill your own cup with delightful activities and make you happy and brighten your own light before you offer your valuable time and energy to others. Even in like your cards, like the way these came out was exactly that. This is someone's like, I'm claiming whatever it is that makes me happy and I'm doing the thing. I'm doing multiple things that make me feel good. You also have from the Journey of Love, the Lovers. Yes, it's love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with misunderstanding and breaks it open into enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings a message of love, love, love. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and goddess of love and paint the town red. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover, and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you are capable of handling. I love that. Especially the one message that stands out to this the most when I'm reading it is be open to it in all its forms. So maybe you're wanting love from a specific form, person, place, thing, but don't allow, if that's not happening right now, and if the message of timing is something you're wanting, it's not here yet or something like that, then definitely be open to it in all forms, because that really helps draw in more of that exact same thing, and maybe from the source you desire. So we have here the Canary Spirit with Sing Your Own Song. You have the Oracle message and the protection. I'm going to read both. If you feel like you don't need the protection message, you can skip ahead when I get there. I'll let you know. But anyway, the Canary Spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine. As Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and support you to sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary Spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. The protection message, are you suppressing your true voice? Perhaps trying to sing the song you think other people want to hear instead of your own. You create a cage around your life when you express only what you think will help you fit in and get you what you think you want. You are hiding the real you, telling a safe story about yourself to others because you are afraid they will think you are too different if they knew the truth. Canary Spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way.
Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful new experiences that arise as if by magic once you open your cage door and fly free. Canary Spirit is cheering for you and wants you to know you are safe and loved. Find your voice and have courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. And that comes right before the throat chakra. You also have the sacral chakra, and that brings me to grab my Kinesi folder, because I actually have a list of affirmations that I sometimes look for in a balance. So I'll read a couple of the throat ones in case they're helpful for you. I speak my truth with clarity. I speak with love. I am open to receive new information. My voice matters. I am a patient, attentive listener. I speak with calm, clarity, and confidence. And then the sacral chakra. I am creative and playful. I embrace my sexuality. I express my emotions in a healthy and balanced way. Creative energy flows through me freely. I attract people who respect me. I am worthy of respect. Some of those affirmations, you may have felt something in your body listening to those, and if you did, then I encourage you to explore that a little deeper. Maybe cite those affirmations in a mantra form. We have here get a massage as well. It'll be really, really nourishing for you to receive right now. So a massage might be beautiful. Definitely book that in, even if it's just a foot massage. Have a look into that. So a question for the pendulum, that's what it is, for my group 2s. Pause if you need more time, of course, but let's have a look at what yes is going to be for group 2. Very nice. And can I see a group? Can I see a no? Very subtle. Okay. The answer for group 1's question. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's a yes. There's no doubt about that one, because the way it was showing me yes, and then it was reluctant to go to no. It's I don't need a no today. And I felt straight away it would be a yes, and then it was a yes, and there was no hesitation around that. So hopefully that is supportive, but always use discernment with such a tool. And that's what I have for you, group 2, in this weekly reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's brought you some sort of comfort and clarity or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that, and same with distance kinesiology sessions. I've got those open in my booking page now, so if you feel that calls to you to try out, have a look. It's definitely getting some wonderful results for the people that I've been working with so far via distance. So take care, group 2, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye.
Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink quartz rough cut, then this will be your reading. So things might be feeling a little rough right now, considering it was the rough cut that was chosen. The pink quartz is a stone of compassion, self-love, unconditional love, forgiveness, softness, healing, receptivity. It's gentle, it's feminine, it's nurturing, and maybe that's what you're needing right now, especially that message of it being a rough cut. I do feel maybe something feels a little rough right now, or maybe you've had to cut someone out, or someone's cut you out, or there's something there. So group 3, we're going to jump into your reading as always with our past energy. I've got a pendulum for you if you'd like to think about what that is. Actually, no, sorry, we'll start with the signs. I've got Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Cancer here. So those may be relevant for you. Did I say Capricorn? Yes. Anyway, past energy, group 3, we're starting with 3 major arcanas. So in the past, there's been maybe some big shakeups, big changes in your world by the look of this. So for some of you, there's been a cycle closed out here, and it could have to do with addiction. It could also have to do with obsession. It could have to do with possessions, material world things, status, manipulation. This can be anything, and it can feel a little bit dark at times. But in the past, this has been really, really prominent in your life. And with the Tower and the Death being here, there seems to be some sort of ending, and maybe you've been finding it hard to let go or finding it hard to surrender. The Tower makes, this particular image of the Tower makes me feel that there's a lot of anger in this situation, a lot of frustration. Maybe that's dissipated a little bit at this stage, but in the past there's definitely a lot of anger here, and potentially a sense of loss as well. So yeah, this can show up in many different ways. I mean, I feel like an attempt to control something or steer something the way you wanted it to go may have backfired, or it may have caused things to fall apart in some way. So the past energy does look like you've been going through a fair bit of challenge here. But let's get on through this reading and see what else is coming up for you. Some of you may have been moving. I see the for sale sign here, and there's someone filling the trunk. So there's potentially that that sense of moving, or a big like just the almost like life falling apart in a way. Addictions, like as I said before, there could be addiction cycles wrapped up in this. Maybe it's like someone else's addiction as well. It could be, this can be your energy or someone else. It is the Devil card, and so that can be obsession and holding on to things. It can be trying to manipulate things for them to go your way, or whoever is acting in this for it to go their way. It could literally be as simple as a sugar addiction as well. Things like that like maybe something's happened and you realize that that's not healthy, or something's not working, and it's very, very unhealthy in some regard. So in the current energy and moving through into the week ahead, it does look like a challenging week. There are some silver linings here. Let's move through it. If you already didn't resonate with the start, then perhaps it's not your reading, but those that did will hopefully be ready to hear the reading and work with these energies to find yourself in a better outcome. Because there's always options to manifest a beautiful reality, and challenges, sometimes they feel like a big setback, but in fact they're actually massive growth opportunities. So in the current energy moving into the week ahead, you've got the Seven of Swords here. With the Seven of Swords, I felt like a little bit of a desperation energy, or a sense of like really strongly wanting to either fix something or to have things changed. This is a strategizing energy. It can be deceptive as well. So if that shows up in your week, definitely be mindful of that energy showing up in your week of trickery, or people like, or even elementals here with the Fae, messing with things or trying to mess with things. But mostly I did feel that this is actually more to do with strategizing and feeling a sense of like almost, or perhaps complete desperation of wanting to make something work in the way that you would like it to be. With the Two of Pentacles here and then the Eight of Cups, it's like you may really fluctuate this week between wanting to create a change and strategize and plan for things, to manipulate or to control, or to even perhaps potentially to do things that are like going to help you in the long run. But it's like, you have to do this, that and the other for the outcome to be different. So this can be a healthy Seven of Swords as well, I've got to say. But I've got to read for both, because it is definitely a reading with complexity and challenge, and everyone will be a little different connecting. So with the Eight of Cups, it's like, it's either Two of Pentacles in the center there. It's like, so 1 minute it's like strategizing, and the next minute it's just letting go and knowing that you can't control certain things, and you need to just let go so that things can come towards you in the way that they're supposed to, and not controlling the situation. So it does look like a sort of like a bit of a roller coaster week in a sense, or a bit of a fluctuating week when it comes to the energy of how you're feeling and how you're processing and how you're sort of showing up. But there is something coming this week where you really feel like you need to let go, because either the thing you've been working at is not working, or you have no choice. Perhaps there's been a separation, or maybe you're feeling like you've been cut off. With the Five of Pentacles, it's that energy of being left in the cold. It's a card of illness and poverty. So these things could be your challenges at this time. See, the little spirit helpers here, the little gnomes on the branch, they sort of point towards the Eight of Cups, and she's sort of doubting and looking back to the past. So it's almost like spirit's encouraging you to let go of something. And if you're reflecting on the past, wishing it could be different, or wanting to change the way something unfolded, or still really ruminating on the past in something that you don't have any control over, spirit's really encouraging you to look to the future, find a way to create what you want in a way that's going to work for you, no shortcuts. There's something here around applying yourself to create your best life, and through letting go is the first step. Little helpers are definitely encouraging you to the Eight of Cups energy of release. And then when I hold up the rest of the week from the Five of Pentacles, you have that the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, so very mental, heavy energy. So you can see why spirit helpers are pointing you to let go, because the alternative is to act out aggressively, or to haunt yourself with the thoughts or memories, or to really get yourself into a tight ball about things. Or, you know, the Knight of Swords can be very aggressive. It can also be planning to win at all costs and doing things that are not really good for anyone involved. The Knight of Swords can be quite belligerent at times as well. This person's like writing up letters and screwing them up. There's a lot of frustration in both of these cards together. What's actually so interesting, I just noticed, you've got the Vulture here in the Nine of Swords, and one of your oracle cards is actually the Vulture spirit. So this is super interesting. Group 2, I think, had a very similar thing where it's like to do with like the throat chakra. Actually, so many cards there around the throat chakra, and so yeah, you've got a very similar strong message. You know, you might be drawn to another pile. I won't say much about them because it's up to you to feel if that's right for you without any too much information. But here we've definitely seen that Vulture message. Nothing is wasted is what it says here. So this is again coming back to a massive learning opportunity, but anxiety and stress and that sense of maybe desperation or force might be here with you. This could also be the energy of another person you're dealing with, of course, as well. You'll know what's going on for you. But I think it's maybe being at times quite stuck and not being able to move forward. I get a sense of isolation, and I'm seeing someone hide in their home with a storm going around them, and like maybe people outside of that space don't know what's going on, or I don't feel like this group is sharing very much with their support network, or maybe they're just like, maybe you're struggling with this on your own a fair bit, and support would be really, really nice for you. But it depends on how you are processing where you're at. You don't need to rush those things as well. Sometimes we just need a little time on our own, and that's okay. So in the area of challenges, if the week ahead energy doesn't look challenging enough, this is more like not an extra challenge to come in anyway. It's like just reiterating what the challenge may be. 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, and the Sun. So you're feeling very blocked from the happiness right now, feeling very blocked from maybe community, or these, the happy memories that can be made in the image of the sun. We've got the beautiful families coming together and sharing food, and it's like a family barbecue, classic cookout sort of vibes. But on the other hand, we have the 8 of Swords, which is someone who's tormenting themselves, trying to figure out what it all means, or trying to decode a message or understand the symbols. Like, this person is exhausting themselves, and they're blocking themselves from the sun. So the 4 of Pentacles is about blocked heart space, not letting anyone in, not letting the light in. I think some of you, it's about actually opening up the windows and letting the sun shine in, which is actually really strange, because before I started this reading, that makes so much sense. I've never done this before. Well, maybe I have in times when I'm not feeling the best and I need to go inside myself, but today right before I started your reading, well, as I was going to start, the lawns and maintenance yard people came through my area and they were very loud. So I thought, oh, I'll go do some tidying or something while I wait for that noise to go away, and then I'll do group 3's reading. And then another thing I wanted to do was to shut the curtains and blinds and make it a little darker in here for some reason. I just felt the need to create a bit of a nesting space, something more protective and cozy. And so maybe that's also a message for you, whether you need to do that, it might help you, or it could be the other message of you've been doing that a bit much and it might be nice to open those blinds, curtains, and open the windows and let some sunshine and fresh air in. So there's definitely a message there of that. And as I look down at the table, this is the card that stands out to me: get unstuck. It says, get past the fear of change, embrace the transformation. Just seeing that cage door wide open, it might be time for you to open up your cage, you know, open up those windows, let the fresh air in. Let other people in as well. You know, your challenge might be sharing your deepest concerns, or, you know, letting yourself be seen might be really hard right now. Maybe you're feeling like you'll be judged, or you'll be, you know, people won't understand, or yeah, I'd highly recommend this group does reach out and gets maybe a professional level of support if that feels like it calls to you. If you feel like your inner circle is not a place you feel safe in right now, that's totally okay to reach out. There's plenty of hotlines available if that's what you feel called to, because it does look like some people might benefit from that support. In the what will help with your challenge though, we have got the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Moon. So it's about slowly but surely getting yourself to a more peaceful place. Knight of Pentacles is methodical and careful. So doing all the things you know that support your mental and emotional well-being, that support your physical body and its vitality, gentle exercise, good nourishing food, thinking clean, you know, listening to positive things. If certain readings and titles you've been plugging into, you know, make you feel worse or keep you in a place of the past, then maybe that's needing to be let go of as well. More positive titled readings, or just not listening to readings at all. If some people get quite addicted to those, especially in times of challenge, and it's really important to know when to sort of put a stop on that and go back to just your reality, outside of influence, outside of the whatever validation may come, but just being here. Taking gentle walks, cleaning your home space, doing your responsibilities, whatever they may be. The moon is here as well, and with the Six of Swords, it's like, to me, this is saying like once you've come out of a time of turbulence and challenge and things are feeling lighter, that's when the things under the surface may really come up, and you're able to better deal with them or process some of your fears or some of these underlying beliefs, or there's something going on with the moon that needs this shadow work is required here, is what I'm seeing. Shadow work is definitely required, but not until you're in a better place, I think. Like, don't try and do it all at once. I feel like the message is to try and keep it as lighthearted as possible. There's a real thing here about learning from your mistakes, especially with this Page of Wands on the bottom deck energy. This person has been bitten by lizards, salamanders. I say this all the time when I hold up this card because it really does speak. And so the Page of Wands is a novice energy, someone who's still learning through their experiences, and that's totally okay. But if you stay in the same place, then the same thing might happen. So having the same thoughts may lead you to the same outcomes. You know, whatever this is, there is a need to grow through your lessons. In the area of what you don't see coming, you have the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. This feels really nice. It almost feels like a bit of a saving grace in a sense. There's some sort of spiritual message or person or group that comes to you, or you find them, that is really nourishing and supportive and helps you get along your way here. Three of Pentacles is collaboration, teamwork, working with others. With the High Priest, these two came out first together, then this one. So you may even get the psychic message from the High Priestess to join a certain art therapy group, or to do something that is in a group setting that could be really nourishing for you. You may also hear from some friends, or a collaboration that you've already got in the works. There's definitely exchange of information going on here between spirit and the physical, and leading you where you need to be and bringing you to the groups you need to be a part of. But also, I think some intuitively downloaded things can come forward and come into a creative expression. That might be also something you don't see coming, is you like maybe you actually start picking up paints and realize that the things you've been going through can be released through that medium, and the outcome of that is a stunning piece of art that it also captures and honors the journey you are on. So in the area of outcome, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Hierophant. I love this for you as well. It shows that the outcome is you learning and investing in your life, but I think you're reaching something greater with the Hierophant here. For some of you, it's about joining some sort of group, religious group, spiritual group, an education group. As you could start to study at a college, or there's definitely study energy here. There's definitely investment in learning new things. There's definitely investment in learning higher knowledge. So whether this is in a group setting and something formal, or something you sort of self-direct, you are learning new things. And really, I feel like you'll be leveling up from this situation. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of higher knowledge available that will come to you in time. I do see you deeply invested though in figuring things out. I do worry here with the Page of Swords, actually. For some, it could be like keeping your eye on someone, or like keeping tabs on someone, or someone may also be keeping tabs on you. Depends how it resonates. If you resonate with that one keeping tabs, then I don't think the other person is, and if you're not, then someone else might be. That's the thing. I feel like this is one way, whatever that is. When I split the deck, I see the Five of Wands. 21st of June is circled here, but it's an argument energy, it's a conflict energy. So maybe it's like sort of keeping an eye on her, trying to understand. And there's the Five of Swords I just noticed with my finger there. So it's Five of Pentacles. There's lots of conflict energy here, but you're learning through these things. So the outcome is that you are deeply invested in bettering your situation in some regard, learning more about yourself, and then stepping into living that truth that you find. So in the oracles, we have a pendulum as well, by the way. If you'd like to think of your question, I'll do it at the end. But in your oracles, you have the opium poppy with share your light. And of course, when I think of the opium poppy, I'm going to think about heroin and how that's a very numbing substance. With the devil here, maybe that's literally something you deal with within your family, or your someone you know, or yourself even. Who knows? If that's the case, please don't be ashamed of that and do reach out for help. But opium poppy, even if it's not about actual consuming and using that drug, it's about the effects that it has, where it will completely numb that person so they don't have to deal with the pain anymore. But it's just suppressing, and it does make things worse in the long run. But anyway, the actual meaning of the card we will go to. We have the poison and the antidote. This is a new deck called the Deadly Apothecary Oracle, looking at how poisons can be our teachers and guides. Okay, so we have I'm really drawn to this first. I haven't read this for the other groups, but like my eyes snap down here. Because there's options of looking at the magical and historical uses of this, and it says it's known to induce fantastical creative visions and spark innovative ideas. Spell workers can work with the energy of the plant to manifest new ways of seeing things. That might be really helpful for you too, because I think I really see you like expanding your knowledge, your awareness, your understanding. You're asking all the right questions, I think. Okay, so the poison, those gardeners are back. If you can hear that noise, I'm sorry, but it shouldn't be too bad. So opium poppy dislikes interacting with others and will avoid them as much as possible because human behavior and social norms baffle them. They choose not to partake in normal relationship milestones such as teenage romances, marriage and children. Unconsciously, they are choosing to remain alone and insular to consolidate their energy. They prefer their own world with little disturbance from outside influences. The antidote for that poison, unbeknown to them and due to the amnesia we all endure as part of our human experience or existence, opium poppy has incarnated on Earth with the sacred mission. Their soul is from the stars, and their purpose is to raise the energy of this planet, which they do by interacting with others and sharing their light. They must learn to be more generous with their time and energy. The main thing for them to remember is before they go to sleep at night, they should release any energy that isn't theirs with deep outward breaths and call their own light energy back to them after each inward breath. In this way, they will remain balanced. You also have a card from the Journey of Love deck, Devotion to the Small. I really like the image here, and just even the title. It's a sweet message. It's a sweet simplicity. The message of this oracle is for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Mother Earth has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work you are doing to help other human beings. She asks you to surrender any concern you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, that you may shine as you were born to do, in service to the evolution of this planet. She is helping you now trust her. So it's yeah, if there's been resistance to step on that path coming from this opium energy of not wanting anything to do with people, maybe it's a period you're going through, or maybe you've always felt that way due to your differences or circumstances, but you are definitely here to make a change for people for the better. So here's that vulture spirit we saw before. I'm going to read Oracle and Protection. You may want either. Fast forward if you don't want Protection. I'll do that second. First one will be the Oracle. I'll let you know. What seems hideous has its own beauty, and the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture Spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial, and you are reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from the experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying is only changing form and will fertilize seeds you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into the substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed and reintegrated into the new you that you are becoming and the new life that you are dreaming into being. No pain was in vain and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. This is the miracle of your partnership with Spirit. And now the protection message, if you feel drawn to that, to listen. Otherwise you may skip ahead. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says Vulture Spirit. You have gained something valuable from the experience. Let your grief or anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform, for you will come to see that you have learned and grown. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from Spirit, so never disown what embarrassed, disappointed, or shamed you. It will soon be a source of great wisdom and strength as you work with the magic that allows miracles to be created out of sadness and beauty to rise from ugliness. The Vulture Spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past is happening already. Hang in there. You are so loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of all of this. So the end of your week does have that vulture with the Nine of Swords, but you can trust in this message. So you have three cards of self-care and then a pendulum question to finish out your reading. So the first one is escape materialism. Shift your focus away from the material to develop a healthy inner world. And seeing that the devil here and even the Seven of Swords is like, is there something you're wanting in the material? Is it a status? Is it a relationship? Is it is it level of finances? What is it for you that you're really clinging on to? And I think escape materialism is to say that if you're letting go of that external outcome and turn to the inner world, you can create it much more sustainably from inside. But it's also about expenditure as well. Maybe some people feel like they could, and they're looking for something to fill a void. That might be the message as well. Get unstuck. We saw that message before as well. If that's about letting the sunshine and fresh air in the home, or is it about facing the fear and just embracing the changes that will liberate you from where you find yourself? And then we have a ritual. Be really nice to do maybe a protection ritual and a healing ritual. whatever calls to you ritual, but something that would be beneficial to you and perhaps others. Do no harm is the rule. Rituals can be very empowering, beautiful things to do. I actually did a magnificent one last week where not a single drip came from the candle. It was a clean burn. Very rare thing to happen. I know it said a lot for the particular ritual it was for. So let's go into your pendulum question, group 3. Can we see what their yes is going to be? And can I see no? There we go. And the answer for group 3's question. Is a no as well. Answer for group 3's question. Yeah, I don't know, I felt like I needed to give it more of an opportunity to change its mind or something, and it definitely was not doing that. So the answer is a no there. Hopefully that is supportive, but as I always say, please use discernment with using such a tool. And that's what I have for my group 3s in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance for the week ahead, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 3.